things that's going to eventually happen when you're speaking in a second language is you're going to come to place names that are international, not based in the country where you may be. For instance, if you're in the US, you may be talking about places that aren't in the US, and you're maybe even from your country, and you're like, how do I pronounce those names? Do I pronounce them like the people around me? Do I pronounce them like I do in my first language? And so, honestly, that's a personal decision that you're going to have to make for yourself. I can't really answer for you. But what I can do is I can tell you that, hey, if you want to pronounce them in, for instance, a way that sounds more natural in North America, there are some things you want to be thinking about. Good morning, guys. Good evening. Good afternoon. Welcome to your daily American English pronunciation show. Wake up, American. We are here Monday through Friday, typically around 8 a.m. I have a little session I have to go to, so unfortunately we have to start a little bit early, but we want to make sure that you can get in your 5 to 10 minutes of pronunciation practice for the day. Because maybe over the weekend you get to talk much. Let me know in the chat, how much English did you use over the weekend? Or generally over weekends, how much English do you use? You can be honest, it's okay. We want to fix that though. We want to make sure you can get back into your rhythm. And to guide you in this process, there's me. Hello, my name is Jeff. It rhymes with breath. It's one of the four keys to a natural sound, guys: placement, pitch, breath. Trying to weaken your consonant sounds and strengthen your vowels. And today we're going to be applying those four principles to place names in American English pronunciation. I see Mirko's here. Thanks for stopping by. We'll try to get to your question in a moment. All of these place names have the I sound. Um, and this is a diphthong in American English, but remember that in American English, for diphthongs, we treat them a little bit differently. What we do is we kind of compress them, squeeze them together a little bit. So instead of pronouncing two sounds, I, or something like that, in American English, we'll get more of an I type sound. Okay. So keep in mind again, this is just how you would pronounce these names very typically in North America, the US. This may not be how you pronounce them if you're from these places or things like that. Hello also to Milad here. Milad missed me. I saw Milad yesterday. He's in our Mission English group, and we have a quick Sunday session. He was there. It's good to see you too again, Milad. Koldia says hi. Good evening from Indonesia. Good. Yes. I hope you had a good day. It'll be a good Monday. Good start to your week. Let us take a look at our words. So for these, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the stress sound, and then we'll add some words because I think this is a very helpful strategy when you're saying a word that you may or may not be familiar with and you want the pronunciation to sound good. This is a way you can do that. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to start with the vowel sound, then we're going to add a sound before it, and then we will add the rest of the words. So let's take a look at our first one, Dubai. So our first word is going to be I, then we have a by sound. So I, by, Dubai. Let's try to speed that up and do that 3 times without stopping the breath to try to mimic how we say sentences. So again, I buy Dubai, I buy Dubai, I buy Dubai. Our next sound, or next word, is Hawaii. It's like I. See that linking too? Keep the breath rolling. Sometimes students stop this. We have a pronunciation group on Telegram. These words I actually posted to the Telegram group yesterday. And some students, what they're doing is they're cutting. It's like Hawaii versus like Hawaii. See how it just flows? It's like Hawaii. 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 Our next ones, we have Shanghai. Okay. A lot of times in American English, it's like more Shang. Okay, so Shang. Um, Sometimes you'll hear the stress on Shang. Sometimes you'll hear it on high. For our cases today, let's put it on high. So high, Shanghai, Shanghai, I, Shanghai, Shanghai. Okay. Or if you want more of an ong sound, so hi, Shanghai, Shanghai, I, Shanghai. Some common ways you may hear that said. Our next one is with I, sigh, versus sigh, I, sigh, Versailles. Let's do that a couple times. I sigh Versailles. I sigh Versailles. I sigh Versailles. How about our next one here? So we have Mumbai. So I buy Mumbai. I buy Mumbai. I buy Mumbai. I buy Mumbai. Notice again how smooth we are because the vowel sounds are the thing we emphasize, not the consonant sounds. So we don't want to cut. It's not Mumbai. It's Mumbai. Just let the breath keep rolling. Mumbai, Mumbai. Our next word, again, working on our I sounds. So we have Taipei, stress on pay. It's like A, pay, Taipei. A is another diphthong, so we want to make sure we're not saying like A. It's more A. So again, A, pay, Taipei. A, pay, Taipei. A, pay, Taipei. A, pay, Taipei. So we want to make sure we're not saying like Taipei. It's Taipei. Really try to drag the vowels. Our next one, Chennai, the stress American English falling on that I sound. So I, nai, Chennai, I, nai, Chennai, I, nai, Chennai, I, nai, Chennai. This is another opportunity too. If you're finding you're kind of chopping things, we're not getting as smooth a sound, what you can do is when you're pronouncing those N sounds, keep that tip of your tongue down against the bottom of your mouth. It's like Chennai, Chennai. That's the middle of my tongue touching my alveolar ridge. That's the tip of my tongue pressing the bottom of my mouth. Chennai, Chennai, Chennai. Chennai, Chennai, Chennai. And that just allows you to kind of weaken your consonant sounds, muffle them a little bit, so then the breath can kind of just keep flowing. Our last word here, Miami. It's like Ammy, Miami. So notice here for we have that am sound, that a plus that nasal. Do a heavy breath out of your nose right before the m. It's like am. It's not it's not Miami. It's also not Miami. In American English anyways, it'll be Miami. Okay. So Ammy, Miami, Ammy, Miami. One of the things I mentioned earlier too is that again these are words taken from our pronunciation group on Telegram, where basically every single day it looks like this. Every single day I post a challenge, and then members of the group can send me audio of themselves saying the words, and then they get feedback from me, and that happens every single day. So how about if you had feedback from me on your pronunciation, on things you're saying every day? You can send multiple files. Typically students are sending 3, 4, 5 files a day. And that's what we do. So if you're trying to get feedback from me to make sure you're using your placement right, pitch right, your breath right, and you're weakening your consonant sounds in a way that sounds natural in American English, we can do that. We do phrases, we do words. You can also send us words and phrases from your life. Maybe you have a presentation you're preparing for or something like that. Go to fluentamerican.com/telegram to register for that if that sounds like something you'd be interested in. A quick question here from Mirko before I head out. Mirko says, I've noticed that American English native speakers often use and but take pauses, natural placement low. Can this help learners in keeping our placement too? Yeah, we've talked about filler words previously. I think filler words, they have a bad reputation, but one of the things they do is they give you opportunities to incorporate some lower pitches into your speech, because you can say that. Notice that, but you can say that. That's very flat. But if I say, but you can say that, now I've added some pitch contrast, which can actually make my sentence feel a little bit more cohesive, a little smoother, and actually easier to understand. So filler words are, I think, great opportunities to practice incorporating some lower pitches. That is also tied into lower placements as well. So I do think studying how to properly pronounce like an or an sound, which are basically schwa sounds, is also just a good sound to know. So and are your schwa sounds. So it's worth studying. Whether you use ums and uhs yourself, it's a good sound to practice studying just because that schwa sound is so frequent. All right, guys, that takes us to the end of today. I do have to run to class, but hey, thanks for spending part of your day with me. I greatly appreciate it. Because look, there's a million pronunciation resources out there. So the fact you turn to us for some guidance is greatly appreciated. I will see you all later. Once more, my name is Jeff. It rhymes with breath. That's one of the 4 keys to a natural sound in American English pronunciation, including placement, pitch, breath, trying to weaken your consonant sounds. I will see you all tomorrow morning. I hope you have a good day. Have a good night and a good afternoon. Take care, guys.